Hey guys, happy Sunday. I hope you're having a wonderful time with your friends and family. That's what we like to do on Sundays, as well as take the time to study up while my daughter's napping and review the trades that I've done for the week. I really like to look and see not only what's happened with the trades, but also what happened during the week in my life, because that will affect my trading as well, because it's always a reflection of yourself and the market. That's it. You are your worst enemy and also your best asset when it comes to trading, because it's just your trades are you and the market. So I'll just go over a quick review of the week. My biggest win on Monday was YRD. Right off the bottom bounce, I captured it at 22.14 and sold it at 22.8 and made a nice $720 profit. As far as my biggest loss for the day, I had WBMD, and I was looking for it to hit the reversal and bounce, but it never did, so I got stopped out. Took a loss of about $500 on that one. On Tuesday, which I felt like was a really tough day for me trading, actually, I don't like to close out my day and look at my trades until the end of the day, because I don't want to be caught up with my profit and loss for the day. So I look at it at the end of the day and I was thinking, man, this was an awful day. I had a really bad day. I think I'm like in $1,000 loss. But it turned out I was down $100. So it was a lot worse mentally in my head than it actually was. My biggest win for the day was HNI, which was basically, it was a big sell-off that I look for, an oversold, and then it was the shorts covering right near the open. So I caught the bounce and I capitalized on that. And my biggest loss was SAM, Samuel Adams, which it never took. It was a big sell-off as well, and it never took a bottom bounce. I had a very small position, but it just never went with me, so I went ahead and cut the loss. It looks like, actually looking at the longer term chart, that would be a good long-term swing, because it's at a consolidation point right near the 52-week low right now. For Wednesday, my biggest win was NVAX. I've been swinging that one since last Friday, entry of 1.32, and I sold partial position at 1.82. Capitalized with a nice $750 profit on that one, and I'm still looking for more of a gap fill since it went above the initial high of last Friday of 1.61, excuse me, and now it's just continuing up. I think it closed at 2.29 on Friday. My biggest loss was HN1. Again, it never really recovered for me, and I went ahead and cut my loss. So I was going to take Thursday off 100%, but I was still working at my computer, watching the stocks on the side. I actually had two trades that I went in, but I wasn't, I went in with limit orders. I was just going to say, okay, listen, if it comes back down to the low of the day, I want to get in. That's what I did with MLHR, was I put in a limit order 1 cent off the bottom at 28.42 and just let it work, and it closed out for $600 profit at 29.02. So my other one that I made a profit with was CWEI, which was oversold for the day. And I went ahead and took a little profit on that. So I actually ended up making $1,000 on Thursday without really sitting at my desk and trying. I spent a lot of the time helping my husband learn how to actually input trades, which is very important. You have to understand the software that you're using, and it's a learning curve, right? Anybody has to learn new software. And so he was learning about the different trades and learning about how to input them. So we did some practice with one share each just to practice it. And that's what it is in the beginning. You have to practice and get your stride before you go in full force with super large positions. On Friday, let's see, my biggest winner was Virgin America, VA. I had gone in at 51.98 and sold it off around $52.93. I was looking for $1, but it was so whippy because it had just had a major sell-off of about $4. I captured it on one of my alert scanners because it was way down below on the RSI, and went ahead and jumped in close to the bottom, and it actually closed up above 54. So I left some profits on the table, but very happy with making almost $600 in about 3 minutes. Can't be upset about that. As far as my biggest loss was MLHR, was looking for the reversal continuation from Thursday, but the shorts had already closed out on Thursday, and it didn't really have that big push that I like to see on Fridays, so I just went ahead and cut my loss on that one. As far as with improvements for the videos, my husband and I are trying to work on integrating charts so you guys can see where the entry points are and the exits and understand a little bit more about my strategy and what I'm looking for when I get into a stock. And going forward with the week, the stocks that I'm looking at, I've got CRAY, which is basically on a breakout above 25, 23. It's going to be looking for a gap fill. So we did hit 25.32 on Friday. So there's very good potential for that to continue up and go up towards 30 to go ahead and fill that gap. Another one is STRP to break out above 26. That is a low float stock that does have a lot of volatility because once the shorts start to cover, it can really spike. We have NVAX, which has been great for the past week. That one's in a gap fill mode, as I like to say, since it broke out above the high of last week, 161, and now it's up above $2. So that's a very nice little profitable one. Been taking profits up along the way. We have SIG. If you look at the long-term chart, that's bouncing up. That's bouncing off of the bottom right now. You can see on the RSI and the big picture of the chart, that could be a potential long-term swing. We have WTW, which is also coming up. That's another swing that I have going. That's coming up off of $10, and it went up and touched 1080 above 11. It should really move nicely, and that does have 62% short float, 28 million in the float itself. We have CPA, which is in a breakout mode. It's at 52-week high right now, and that I believe it was 52.50 was the close on Friday in aftermarket hours, and that's breaking out. Another one, just looking at the oversolds like I do for strong reversals. We have CWEI, OSK, and AWK that were oversold a lot on Friday. So just going to watch those and see. That would be definitely more of an intraday trade as opposed to a swing trade. And like I said before, SAM, Samuel Adams, we're down at the 52-week low as well. So it looks like it's in a consolidation period and could easily go on an upswing for a longer term, $50 to $80 a share profit. As always, guys, Carpe Profit, seize those profits one trade at a time. That's what's going to grow your account. And for more information, you guys can always check out my links. You can check me out at CJane Trade, also Jane_YUL Twitter, Miss Airplane Jane on Instagram, and also on Facebook. So send me any comments, any questions. I'm always happy to help, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.